All right, so let's tackle the question. Should you move into a community that has an HOA or a non-HOA? Which one is better? Well, the answer is it really depends on the individual homeowner and what your end goal is. I don't believe personally from my real estate experience of helping people buy and sell houses that neither one is better than the other. I think it depends on the individual. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of why I say that. So let's talk about HOA communities. Typically, HOA communities for the most part, will have higher values than non-HOA communities when they are sold, because HOA comes with, most HOAs will come with like amenities like pools, community pools, basketball courts, tennis courts, weight room, a gated community, depending on the community. And they have other things that they do, like making sure the neighborhood is kept up well. Everybody is, cutting their grass. They're having the neighborhood look decent for the most part. That's what the HOA's goal is. Now, there are people who will say HOAs are so strict. That depends on the community, because when I hear a homeowner say that, my first question is, how many times do you attend the meetings that the HOAs have in your neighborhood? Are you active in your community with the HOAs? 90% of the people I speak with say no. And for the 10% that say yes, they tell me that majority of their people in their neighborhood aren't showing up. So if the majority of the neighborhood is not showing up, is your HOA really strict, or are you just not active and they're passing rules because you're paying them and not utilizing your power? Which one is it? So something to think about. Now, non-HOA communities, although they on paper and numbers show this data that they seem to not appreciate as much in value. And again, that is subjected to individual communities. There's always exceptions to the rules. But for the most part, in large part, they seem not to appreciate as much as HOA communities for the reasons of homeowners are not really having an association come down on them if they don't cut their grass or keep their house, avoiding a tacky color from the rest of the houses in the neighborhoods. You'll be surprised at the value, how it drops when one person in your community doesn't cut their grass, and you're trying to sell your house and this guy has grass taller than the house. It's unattractive to a potential buyer. Or they're painting their house a tacky color. So some of the positives of non-HOA, though, is you don't have to go to association and ask for permission with some things you want to do, like put a trampoline in your backyard or have a basketball court, or if the trash can is out in the street, you don't have an association sending you letters and notes about this and that, complaining about every little thing you do, if the association is strict like that. So you don't have to worry about that. However, that doesn't mean that you can just do whatever you want. Keep in mind, if you have farm animals and you put them in your backyard, the county or city could come down on you despite you not having an HOA. So you still have to comply with the county and city ordinances. So in short summary, which one is better? Once again, it depends on the individual homeowner. If you want a neighborhood that's kept up and people being enforced to cut their grass and not have to worry about houses being messy, go HOA. If you want to go and have like short-term rentals and lesser restrictions and more flexibility, but risk, your value not appreciating as much, go non-HOA.